Good morning, everyone. It's 11 minutes past 8 o'clock right now. Welcome back to the program. Lou and Michelle here with a good friend of ours and a guest that's going to be telling us all about something jazz-wise that is happening here in the Des Moines area. And when we think of jazz now, automatically who do you think of?
Abe Goldstein.
Abe Goldstein.
Or the accordion. Apparently we missed accordion month was June. So
Accordion Appreciation
we'll make
Month
up
was
for
June.
Anyone
that.
know something, Abe? The people out there appreciated the fact that we missed Accordion Appreciation Month. So you're welcome.
Well, the other 11 months are missing accordion appreciation.
Well, we'll have a bonus one
Okay,
coming up
all
here.
right,
But
okay.
thank you, first of all, for being here. You brought John Krantz with you, and he's the chair of the CJC Hall of Fame,
Right.
which is really an important thing. And you have something pretty big going on, don't you?
Right, I'll let John talk about it. John came to the organization 19 years ago
At least, yeah.
with an idea.
Back in about 2000, I've always been a jazz nut like Abe, and I play piano, but a lot of my friends also were jazz musicians, and I kind of grew up around, around jazz musicians, and I had this idea basically as a fundraiser for CJC, but it's much more than that. It's just to show our appreciation to the jazz musicians, people that have dedicated their lives to this music in Des Moines over the years. And we had this event to honor them. And over the years now, what we thought in 2001, our first event was going to be maybe a one-year event. Here we are 19
we
years
are.
later.
And we still find people to induct.
Yep. So we've inducted over 50 people into the Hall of Fame, but we also have other categories of recognition for student musicians and for up-and-coming musicians, and it's really a celebration of Des Moines
And you're
jazz.
saying CJC Community Jazz Center is what we're talking about
Right,
here.
yeah.
And you have that the next Hall of Fame is coming up
It's
later
on
this month.
Yep, Sunday the 22nd of September at Noche.
And talk
downtown.
about some of the highlights and the honorees that you're going to have.
Well, first of all, we have the Hall of Fame induction, and this year Wayne Page is a saxophonist and instructor at Waukee, and he's been on the scene for a long time. We're inducting him into the Hall of Fame, as we are drummer Pete Simonson, who was very, very active on the scene for many years, went to Michigan, and just returned about a year and a half ago. It's great to have him back, and so we're going to induct him into the Hall of Fame as well. We've got a student award that's going to Elena Ringsby, who's from State Center?
Story City.
And
She's the best jazz piano player in Story City.
Really?
Yeah.
That speaks
It's like
volumes.
saying I'm the best accordion player in the great area. But
No, very talented, yes.
I believe she just started at the University
she
of
just
Northern
started at
Iowa.
University of Northern Iowa.
And she has participated in the monthly jam sessions that the CJC has been hosting at Java Joe's for many years.
25 years. Yeah.
And so we honor her, and we've got a Next Generation Award going to Nick Adelia, a drummer, who's also the band director at Indianola, High School. And then we have other certificates of recognition that go to people who are currently making their mark on the scene, whether it's a jazz promoter, educator, performer. And so we've got the NOLA Jazz Band,
Right.
which is a very, very popular group.
No question about it.
And so we're going to give it to a group, which is kind of a rare thing. We're also giving it to Dave Williams, who has played lead trumpet with the CJC Big Band since 2006, I believe, and he's also played in a lot of community bands around town, played Music Under the Stars for 27 years.
Wow.
And then lastly, who am I forgetting?
Jim Romaine.
Jim Romaine, of course, who's head of the music department at Drake University and a very talented saxophone player that's been with the Des Moines Big Band for over 10 years.
So honoring the best of the best.
Right. Yeah.
Talk about what it means for a lot of these jazz musicians to be a part of this Hall of Fame.
Well, I know I talked to Wayne Page, and we have a poster that has images of all of the musicians.
Right.
And he is just in awe. He looked back and he goes, I learned how to play from this guy and this guy
Really?
and this guy. And my first job in Des Moines was
So the
with
legacy
this
traces
person.
back.
That's
Exactly.
great.
You know, to him, he's amazed that, wait a minute, I'm in the same category as these, what were legends to him when he came to Des Moines.
Hey, why is jazz so big in Des Moines? Because it is huge.
It always has been. As a matter of fact, Des Moines used to be called the Sin City of the Prairie.
Ooh.
Because Center Street, which is where Methodist Hospital now,
Right.
was the black entertainment district.
Okay.
And there were lots of jazz clubs there.
I didn't know
and
that.
they were open round the clock because they were key clubs. So
Really?
you didn't have to close.
How
So
about that?
musicians
See, we're
used to
really
hang
saying
out
that
there.
this
Interesting.
morning, Narrative.
Yeah, so Des Moines has a rich jazz history, and we kind of honor the past. The mission of the organization is to honor the past, present, and future of jazz. And it's important to note that these musicians that we honor, they have decided they could be working in any city anywhere in the world. They chose to live and perform in Des Moines.
Wow.
And I bring musicians in from time to time from around the world, and they're amazed that a city like Des Moines has a Hall of Fame for jazz music. So we're from Amsterdam. We don't have anything like that. We're from Chicago. We don't have anything
Speaking
like
of
that.
bringing
Yes.
musicians
Oh,
in,
that good segue.
Yeah.
why don't you tell us who you're bringing in next?
All right. Well, on September 24th, my wife and I are bringing in this young Italian pianist, Andrea Dominici, with a young Italian bassist, Fabrizio Sciascia. I'm sure I said that wrong.
Well, I think you hit it right on the head.
I did?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Out of Cast Terrace in Waukee. So,
Now,
Which is supposed to be a beautiful facility.
yeah, it's a
for-
140 seat, perfect acoustics, never have used a microphone or a PA system.
now, how did you find these folks to come over here and perform? How did you discover them?
I heard Andrea's CD at home, and I said, I've got to hear this live.
And
So
that's
I
what you do. And you
contacted
and your
them.
wife, and you've been doing this for how long?
Oh, I haven't told my wife yet.
Oh, okay. She hasn't seen the check clear yet. Okay. Now, how long have you done this? Because this is a passion of yours.
This is about 11 years, 12 years. Yeah, this is just the way my wife and I can share the music we love with the community.
Isn't that cool? You want to make
It
sure
is. You
that
call it a mom and pop operation,
Yeah, it's
but
a mom
it's
and
really
pop
a
operation.
fabulous,
Yep.
a fabulous
Matter of fact, I
event
left the
and
house this
venue.
morning, and my wife Jackie was on the way out, and she said, "Oh, I won't be able to see it when they give my home phone number on TV." Anyway, so
She knows the program.
yeah. As a matter of fact, Andrea, they're coming in on Sunday, and they have agreed to play a tune with the Hall of Fame winners.
Really?
At the end of
Wow,
the
what
Hall
a
of
great
Fame.
Should also
experience.
mention that besides the awards ceremony, there is going to be a lot of live music at the CJC Hall of Fame. It's interspersed throughout the evening, so it's going to be a very entertaining night.
you have a little piece here of the performance and what you can expect here coming up. But you're just a couple of weeks away here, Abe. Now, did you get excited for a performance like this? Like some people get excited for big rock concerts.
So this is
at
Andrea performing. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
get excited about it.
Very
So,
intense. Look
Yeah.
at that, yeah.
So
Was
he'll-
it easy to bring somebody kind of that level over, and they excited about coming
Oh yeah,
to
they're
Des Moines?
excited about it.
and-
They've never been to Des Moines. They just finished school in New York City, and this is the first time they've ever, quote, gone out on tour.
Right. How about that? Now, what
Providing
brings
them
you
with a great
the most
experience.
pleasure bringing the folks like this?
Sharing it with people.
Just sharing it with
Yeah.
people. Then what is it? Is it the experience that the others have when they watch and listen to these amazing performances? You look around the crowd when this is happening.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
just
what you end up doing?
people hearing something they've never heard before.
Right.
So,
In a place that is absolutely
in a
outstanding.
place that's
isn't it?
incredible. So.
Now, what's the name of the facility again? I want to
Cap-
make sure you say it right.
Casp Terrace,
Over there in
Casp
Dallas
Terrace.
Center.
CASP,
Okay.
and Waukee.
Oh, Waukee.
Right, just
It's
off
just
the
off the
Boonville
interstate. Isn't it?
Waukee exit. So,
All right.
but the amazing thing is, again, they'll be playing the last tune at the Hall of Fame with the honorees from this year. So again, to show that here's musicians from Italy,
Wow.
here's musicians from Des Moines, and they get up on stage and
Here
they're
they
all
are.
equal.
Wow,
Is that
lots of
awesome?
exciting things happening, and you are such a great mouthpiece and advocate and cheerleader for everything going on.
He's
An
our jazz
instigator.
ambassador
But
out
if you
here.
want, go to
Yeah.
dmcommunityjazzcenter.org.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
All of the information on
Right,
these two
so-
events and a lot of the other
Right,
things
so
that you
come
guys
to the
have
Hall
going
of
on.
Fame. There will be a dinner there that's an extra fee, and you can find all that information out on our website. But it's a great evening for the local jazz community to recognize the best this city has to offer.
Yeah, two big events
Looking
coming up in
forward
the
to
next
it.
couple of weeks. So
Yep.
take advantage of it. Abe and John, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming in. We appreciate
Yes,
that.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Great work.